Good morning, guys. I wanted to talk about something. I posted a video a couple of days ago that was called, let me see what it was called. It was called The Best Hardware with MPC 3 Update, question mark, and how will it change your workflow? You can't see that here, I guess it was too long. But anyway, I got a lot of input in the comments, and one interesting thing was, hey, come on, this is just a watered down DAW now. And other people say, why do you need the buttons? Like, why do you think Akai would worry about that? And I try to answer it in the comments, but I feel like it's a long discussion. First of all, I agree that it's becoming more and more of a DAW. Obviously, if you're coming from the vintage MPCs like myself, it's a different workflow. The fact that you're not on your computer where you also have work emails, notifications, all kind of entertainment, you gotta pay bills, you have all these distractions. When you're on an MPC that is not connected to your computer, it's the same thing as an instrument, like a guitar. You don't pay bills on your guitar. You don't have to answer emails on your guitar. And I feel like that's a pretty important thing, especially these days when we are so distracted and overwhelmed by information and duties and work. And for me personally, I work remotely from home most of the time. I also occasionally go to a co-working space here in Stockholm. I do a lot of work from coffee shops and different places, like especially when it comes to creative work. I like to go outside. I do a lot of commercials and things like that lately in recent years. So yeah, I think the whole aspect of the MPC being an instrument and actually using physical buttons the same way you're pulling physical strings and making chords on a guitar is different than just like you use your brain in a different way. Just make 100 beats in FL Studio in like 10 minutes. That's not enjoyable to me. I'm still a little bit old school, I guess. To me, it's still art, even though it's also work for me. First thing, why would you need to have all these buttons and knobs on the MPC? The second thing was that, they went too far. It's just a watered down DAW right now. And I agree with that, but I think they actually found a pretty nice sweet spot, Although it would be amazing if they made something like the MPC 1000, 2500 with similar capabilities as JJOS and good converters. I think that was the sweet spot for me as far as like functionality and still not having too many things going on. Because a lot of people who have used the old MPCs, they appreciate the limitations, and I think a lot of people now too that are getting into the MPC are starting to understand that, because sometimes with music you need to just do and not think, and then if it comes out trash, that's it. You make a new one or you fix it later. That's usually how my process is anyway. I just, whatever comes out, comes out. I mean, it's different if you have a deadline and it's a job, it could be a lot of pressure. And, but for those are not really passion projects for me anyway. Like, I just do what the client wants, and you can't really worry too much about what you think is good and not good. Like, you have to make them happy. So, but if I'm doing it for me, I want to look at it a little bit more as, art project. And I like to come back to it. Maybe two of them are amazing, and I'm like, man, I need to finish these. The problem with the MPCs, to me, was that I could never finish stuff because I thought it was so annoying to arrange and mix. Obviously in the old MPCs you didn't have that many great effects and stuff like that, so 99% of the time I would record it as audio into Logic anyway, as audio files, and then arrange and mix from there. But on these MPCs, the newer lines of MPCs, when you do have a lot of effects in standalone, I still found it very time consuming and annoying compared to putting it in the DAW. I mean, that part of the process is not fun to me anyway. It's just something that I want to get done. But now I think Akai is making it more fun. And to come back to the watered down DAW thing, like, yeah, it is. I agree, but for me, it's gonna make it more enjoyable to mix it, at least, you know, finish a beat 80-90%. And that's another topic, you know, when is music finished? Like, that's up to you, you know, there's no rules. But yeah, so those two comments on this previous video that I posted, I thought were interesting. And I just wanted to make a quick video about it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. Is the MPC just a watered down DAW now? Do you think we need all these buttons? I want more buttons. I want clicky buttons. I want buttons that feel like the old MPCs, you know? I understand all the new guys who never worked like that. Like, for me, is of course nostalgia a little bit. Not looking too much at the screen. Like, you're using your brain in a different way. And yeah, I love it. I love it. It's slow. For instance, in Logic, I can make a beat so fast, mix everything if I really want to. And they all gonna sound pretty decent. And the MPC is a little bit more hit or miss for me, but I love the process. And I'm trying to get away from the screen. You know, I'm on the phone, I'm on the computer all the time. That's how I feel. But again, guys, I'm rambling. I guess that's my thing in these videos. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you have any questions or any input or any ideas, or let me know what you think about all the things I talked about in this video in the comments. I would love for this channel to be kind of like a forum where we discuss things. I was also thinking about doing Zoom sessions where we could, you know, actually talk instead of writing and, you know, just have a conversation. It sounds like fun to me. So if you guys think that sounds like a good idea too, let me know in the comments. And if you like this video and if you're into music production, MPCs, remote work, traveling, creative things, these are all topics that I'm gonna be covering on this channel. So if that sounds interesting, subscribe, like the video, and thanks for watching, guys.